Welcome, precious pensive Pisces. It is Sachi, and we are going to do some shamanic shifting where we take a look into your current energy, look at what your goal is, and then look at how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. A couple announcements before I begin. I will now be doing my readings on YouTube exclusively. One, because of uploading issues with IG. Two, because of some vocal restrictions that they have there, and also because the 15-minute time limit, which they said they got rid of, but for some reason I can't upload past that. I just don't like feeling rushed, you know, for something as important as a reading. I really like to be able to take my time. So for those of you who are coming from IG, just know that the readings will be here. If you have been watching from YouTube, then nothing's really changing, except you'll notice that the readings may be a little bit longer. Of course, the extendeds are available for Eagle and Phoenix members. Those plans start at $7.77 a month. And you have access to all extended. So you can watch your sun, moon, rising, or cross watch, or whatever it may be if you're trying to, you know, let's say hack your second house in your chart and Taurus rules over that, then you would be watching for Taurus, right? So it depends on whatever your goal is. Another announcement is that my books are open again after having them closed for about 2 months. Thank you for your patience. They will be closing again soon. You guys are some of the first to know. This will likely be uploaded on the 16th of September, and my books are closing on the 19th of September. So just know that if you are interested in booking with me, please do so before that time. Let's see, another announcement. Oh, if you missed August's reading, they are on my site. If you're a member, they are an urgent message from source reading. So those were not available to the public. It's only for members only. So if you are a member, please do check that out. All right, Pisces, I think that's it for the announcements. Let's head into it. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Ace of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords, King of Swords with Hierophant. Ooh, and my left eye just started really hurting. So I'm definitely getting feminine pain through this, but Ace of Swords coming out in reverse, it feels like, you know, there was a situation where you didn't really feel victorious. We'll just put it that way. With the Three of Swords, you could be feeling heartbroken in some sort of way because of the King of Swords with the Hierophant in reverse. King of Swords is telling me this could be some sort of contract or some sort of message that you got that was heartbreaking in some sort of way. King of Swords can represent, you know, he represents the masculine aspect of communication. Can definitely be very cold and cutting, but I'm kind of getting you know, job or school or something like that, like something that you had your hopes up for that didn't really work out in the way that you wanted it to. And with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like you didn't get the answer that you were seeking. It's like you weren't able to sort of open the door to the next thing. The Hierophant can also represent sort of, you know, an initiation process, or, you know, going to someone who is the master of their craft and sort of getting the answers. So with that in reverse, again, I'm getting that you just didn't really get the answer that you wanted, and this is causing some you know, pain. We have Joltik using flop. So I feel like your solar plexus, your ego, your sense of self is kind of flopping right now because it seems like you were, you know, kind of attached to a certain outcome. With the water energy here, this is the throat chakra, you know, is coming out most prominently, which of course the communication aspect, but also I'm getting some of you may be having issues with your throat chakra. And also, you know, water represents emotional stuff. So I feel like you're all in your feelings right now. With Bronzor using iron defense, you know, this is steel type, which represents creating energetic boundaries. And with iron defense, it looks like your walls are up right now. You're very defensive. You have these walls up, and it's in order to, you know, protect yourself basically from this heartbreak. And then we have Clefairy using moonlight, and as you can see, there's that full moon. I feel like this might have happened around the Aquarius full moon that we just had, of course, on the true sidereal timeline. You know, in the tropical algorithm, it would have been the Pisces moon, even though the moon was literally in the constellation Aquarius. So I feel like there's a lot, you know, going on in regards to that. But the moonlight does represent, you know, finding the light that is within the shadow. So I feel like that's kind of where you are. You're trying to find the kind of silver lining in the darkness of this situation. So that is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Pisces. So I'm sorry to hear that it seems like you're dealing with some, you know, issues. However, know that there is, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. There is the silver lining, of course. And we are going to just take a look into what your current energy is. Then, of course, like I said, what your goal is, and then look at how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. So let's just get started here, Pisces. I'm sending you guys lots and lots of love. All right. Let's see, Pisces. Wow, there was just like a bubble in my throat. So yeah, I feel like taking care of your throat health is very important. Make sure that you are drinking a lot of water. Just drinking a lot of water, basically, you know, not eating things that are bad for you, not saying mean things about yourself, you know, keep the integrity of your throat chakra intact. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles. So Wheel of Fortune coming out in reverse, you know, of course that indicates the wheel, the karmic wheel that is not moving forward, you know, in your favor. So you are, you know, kind of stuck in some sort of karmic cycle where it's not moving forward. Kind of moving backwards is what I'm feeling. With the Page of Pentacles here, this could be like a demotion or, you know, like you're getting like a pay cut or something like that, where it feels like you're kind of, again, moving backwards, not even necessarily stuck in some way. Because we saw with the Hierophant in reverse, again, the Hierophant represents like the master of the craft, right? The Page of Pentacles is like the apprentice type energy. So I feel like whatever the situation is, it may have taken a certain monetary toll, or you may feel like you're a kid again in a situation. Let's see, what's the light energy here? All right, going right to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, we have Drapion using cross poison. So this is shadow energy. It is coming to the light. These are both flipped over, indicating more of a subconscious energy, but it is in the light, so you probably are aware of it, considering how psychically in tune you are, Pisces. But we do have cross poison, and this is Drapion, which is the scorpion aspect of, you know, scorpionic energy. And of course, there's 7 emanations of Scorpio, scorpion being the second one, which represents, again, the poison. Cross poison is sort of cross contamination of poison, either how we allow others to poison our emotional bodies, how we self-sabotage ourselves and, you know, sting ourselves so that others can't hurt us or whatever it may be. But it definitely feels like you are dealing with some scorpionic energy, either, you know, dealing with a Scorpio, or likely you are activating Scorpio in your chart or your 8th house. And, you know, again, it's sort of descending type energy. You know, it's like instead of getting a promotion, it's like getting a demotion. So it does feel like a lot of regressive behavior here, especially because I feel like in general, you have sort of evolved the scorpionic energy within yourself, right? We all have all 13 signs within us, right? We have a whole chart. And it seems like you've gotten to higher emanations, perhaps like Eagle and Phoenix within the scorpionic journey, but now again, it's sort of going backwards. You know, of course, we have retrograde season right now. There are 7 celestial bodies that are in retrograde. So, you know, of course, these sort of old cycles are coming back, but it definitely, again, it's like you feel kind of like a child again. So this could be bringing stuff up from the past that you dealt with a lot during childhood. It says it takes pride in its strength. Even though it can tear foes apart, it finishes them off with a powerful poison. So it does seem like, you know, you are still very strong during this process. You know, even though there is some regression, is what I want to say, you still know that you're strong and that you can get through it, which is good. I'm proud of you for recognizing that. We have Go-Go using Overrun. So it looks like, you know, Go-Go, this is Capricorn energy. It looks like Capricorn energy is sort of overrunning your heart chakra. Capricorn energy represents, you know, getting to the top of the mountain of success. So it looks like your heart is still, you know, wanting to master your craft, wanting to get to that next level, wanting to get that raise or get more money or whatever it is that is that mountain of success. So it looks like your heart is still in it. Again, you are recognizing the way that you're regressing and how some of this, you know, dark energy is coming to light, but you still have your heart really set on whatever it is your goal is here. It says they inhabit mountainous regions. The leader of the herd is decided by a battle of clashing horns. So again, you're inhabiting this mountainous region. You are, you know, it's like kind of like you're, you know, climbing up the mountain and you kind of fell down to the bottom is what I'm getting, but you're still willing to get back up and climb and be successful. It's also talking about the leader being decided of, you know, battle of clashing horns. And this is talking about sort of, you know, finishing foes by ripping them apart. So I feel like there is someone that you're dealing with here where, you know, you're trying to get above them. You want to be the leader and you're willing to sort of do what it takes in order to, you know, I'm hearing not be found wanting, but to, you know, get to the success that you want. Let's see, what's the shadow here? There's a lot of subconscious energy. We have Sol de Lego using solar geyser. So this is in the shadow. So again, solar geyser is like a lot of solar energy, right? It's a lot of sun energy. So, you know, if your sun may be like in the 5th house or maybe sun in Leo and you have like Pisces moon arising or something like that. But I'm getting a lot of astrological information here, like for sure, Pisces. But anyway, with Sol de Lego using solar geyser, it's like you're focusing a lot of light that's in the shadow, right? There's so much light in the shadow, which of course is why this dark energy is in the light. So it looks like you are actively doing your shadow work and sort of committing to overcome these things. So I'm very proud of you for that, Pisces. That takes, you know, a lot of self-awareness. This is a steel type, which again represents, you know, protecting your energy and sort of having your walls up. So I feel like, again, you know, you're placing this energetic boundary around your aura and pushing so much stuff. You know, you brought a lot of light into the shadow and now the shadow is, you know, in the light and you're aware of it and you're seeing it and you're dealing with it. It says, in writings from the distant past, it is called by the name, the beast that devours the sun. So yeah, you know, the beast that devours the sun, again, you know, solar energy is where your sun is in your natal chart, which represents, you know, the core of who you are, how you shine your brightest. It can be certain creative gifts. And so I do feel like, again, with this dark energy, it kind of put a damper on your solar energy, you know. We saw in the cleansing ceremony that the solar plexus has sort of taken a flop, right? The sense of self sort of flopped. So because of whatever this is, your sense of self kind of got a little bit too enmeshed with this situation where now it's like, oh, I had my sense of self on whatever this goal is. Okay, well now I'm set back. So I don't feel as much as myself anymore is kind of what I'm getting. But still, it does look like you are very devoted to where it is that you want to go. We have mischievous using haunt. Yeah, because you have ghosts of the past that are haunting your third eye here. And that is what is causing your solar energy, you know, your ability to shine your brightest to be dampened because your light is in the shadow and the shadow is in the light, which is literally what you represent, Pisces, right? You are the two fish, one going this way, one going this way. And that does represent the yin and yang energy, you know, that balance of dualism that is actually unity. Except it seems like you're just a little bit inverted here. It says, it likes playing mischievous tricks, such as screaming and wailing to startle people at night. So you might not be getting a lot of sleep over this, might be having nightmares. Again, these ghosts of the past are really haunting your third eye right now. But again, it is good to see that you are still very committed to reaching the top of whatever it is that you desire. All right, let's see what your goal is here. I mean, I'm hearing it's to get to that top of the mountain, but we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So part of it is to release any sort of self-limiting beliefs here. With the 8 of Swords, you know, the 8 of Swords represents, here she is, she has the blindfold on, right? She's like stuck there and there's these knives all over, but her arms are free. You know, her arms can literally take the blinders off her eyes. And then she can see, hey, actually I can just stand up and walk away. None of these knives are in her skin, you know. They're just in the ground around her and she thinks that she's stuck. And so the Eight of Swords is literally, you know, very similar to mischievous using haunt. It's all of these mischievous self-limiting beliefs that we have, or things that we've been told, you know, any sort of limiting belief patterns or mental patterns that keep us stuck in some sort of way. And so with this in reverse, it's telling me you recognize that you're not stuck. You still have the motivation to continue and to move up that mountain and to reach your goal. And your goal is right now, the first step is sort of to get rid of anything that is making you feel stuck, anything that's making you feel depressed or like you can't move or anything like that. Let's see, what's the light energy? I feel like this one wants to come out too. Let's see. A lot of subconscious. We have trainer, evolution, incense in reverse. So trainer indicates somebody else's energy. So I feel like part of this is getting rid of other people's energy that are not, you know, that connecting with them is not causing your evolution, because incense is something that you activate and it causes like Pokemon to like come towards the incense. And this one specifically causes evolution, which of course is, again, we see that you've kind of regressed and you want to evolve. So part of it is getting rid of course, these limiting beliefs, but also getting rid of any sort of connection that you may have that is stopping you from evolving. You know, anyone that tries to lure you in and just kind of keeps you stuck, anyone anyone else who has these self-limiting beliefs that, you know, it's like they say you are similar to the 5 people that you're closest with. You know, if the 5 people that you're closest with are like, you know, I'm a failure, I can't do this, I can't do this, oh, I'm, you know, this, right? Like if they have all these negative things to say about themselves, well, it's natural that your nervous system or calm system is also going to be picking up on that energy. So you want to be finding people, and it seems like that was one of your goals, is to be around people who are like, hey, I'm a winner. I am a winner. I succeed at what I do, and things like that. Whoo! Wow. All right, Pisces. Yeah, this is a special type of dark energy called dangerous energy. So it looks like you are trying to grapple with this darkness, you know, that is quite dangerous. I'm just going to ask for a little bit of clarity here. Cincino, covet, and last resort. All right, Pisces. Some of you may be interested in engaging in some sort of black magic in order to get what you want. And black magic is when you supersede someone else's free will. It's basically, you know, controlling other people's reality to get what you want. Cincino using covet and last resort, you know, again, it feels like this is a last resort. It's like, okay, and if I can't do this, then I'm going to do this. You know, if I can't do it the right way, I'm going to do it the wrong way is what I'm getting, because you are very set. You know, your heart chakra has been overrun by Capricorn energy. It's good for your heart to be set on your goals, but to be completely overrun to the point of using this kind of dangerous energy, I do not recommend, because the karmic repercussions of this, you know, it's not going to be the greatest for you. I'll just put it that way, you know. So, you know, covet is wanting something that is not yours, okay? And so again, you know, once you are releasing limiting beliefs and things, part of the limiting belief is if you are so attached to a certain outcome and you are not getting that outcome, it's time to climb a different mountain, you know, because if it's not within divine alignment, you will not be able to get up that mountain. And if you force it through something like black magic, or, you know, whatever that dangerous energy is, that you are coveting something which is not meant for you, you will get to that mountain and it will cost you part of your soul. And you don't want to do that, because guess what? You will not be fulfilled. It comes with all of these fine print things, and especially with all these retrogrades right now, Pisces, you don't want to be making any deal that is not for your greatest good, okay? Be very careful about the Saturn energy that you are working with, okay? Because you do not, even though it is in your goal here, you don't want to be playing around with that kind of energy, Pisces, trust me. It says Cincino's body is coated in a special oil that helps it deflect attacks such as punches. Okay, so again, part of this can be to protect yourself from this kind of dangerous energy, okay? So maybe not all of you are, again, this is a general reading. Maybe not all of you want to be using this dark, dangerous energy for manipulating reality. You know, it's easier to just align with divine light, you know, and you never have to covet anything. And trust me, anchoring in that type of heaven feels a lot better than consciously manipulating something that will turn into a hellscape, okay? But for some of you, I feel like it has to do more with, you know, protecting yourself. Coating yourself in oil is what it says. So some of you may want to do a certain type of, you know, get a certain type of oil, infuse it with protective energy, and put it on your body in order to protect you from this dark, dangerous energy, which again can be these other people that you've connected with in the past that are not good for your evolution, that just keep you stuck by them just being stuck. You know what I mean? It's like they just rub off on you. Let's see what's the shadow here. Coming out stuck, we have Kara Costa using Ancient Custom and Aqua Impact. So Kara Costa is turtle spirit, which definitely gives me Cancerian vibes. Ancient Custom is definitely some like ancient stuff, right? It's very old type magic is honestly what I'm feeling here. With Aqua Impact, it seems like you're trying to get out of the karmic cycle, basically, that is an ancient custom. And again, perhaps, you know, what sort of runs in your family or whatever is to manipulate reality with these sort of, you know, dark forces or whatever. Or perhaps some of these people that you're connected with that have these low vibrational energies and stuck mentalities are people, you know, that are, that you're related to, you know, and because this is having quite an emotional impact. So I feel like you are really trying to move on from this and again, sort of get out of this, this limiting beliefs and again, just getting away from other people who have these limiting beliefs. There is also something to be said about turtle spirit and how it represents, you know, feeling at home within one's body. So that can also be, you know, feeling at home within yourself. It says, the jaws are terrifyingly powerful. It could eat Amistar and Ammonite whole and not be bothered in the slightest by their shells. Yeah, so this is talking about being terrifyingly powerful with the jaws. So again, that throat chakra, you know how strong the throat chakra is, which if you remember when we started, I was talking about the integrity of your throat chakra. Make sure that you are keeping your throat chakra in integrity, right? Be impeccable with your word. Do not say negative or self-limiting beliefs. And again, stay away from people who use their throat chakra in a very negative way as well. And it's talking about, you know, being able to eat Amistar and Ammonite whole and not caring about the shell, which I take as, you know, people who have that shell is people who are protecting themselves, right? So there is this energy of being able to destroy other people's protection. So, you know, really interesting energy here, Pisces. Again, you are a dualistic sign, so I feel like some of you are one way, some of you are the other. It's like you're trying to protect yourself from that deep, ancient, you know, terrifying energy that is very dangerous, you know, that wants to keep us stuck in those self-limiting beliefs. And some of you definitely are trying to dabble in some darker things so that you can break past other people's protective mechanisms to sort of get what you want, even though it's not really for you. So I would definitely recommend that you be the former path. The latter path, again, I do not recommend. It is not worth what you have to pay. Okay? Let's see what Mother Moon wants to say. I saw balance, spirituality, and practicality. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, look, balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. And yeah, full moon in Scorpio. So balance, spirituality, and practicality. So, you know, you need to assess your spiritual health and your spiritual hygiene here. Because if you are dabbling in this very dangerous energy, again, it's going to cost you. You may get this, you know, whatever it is that your goal is, but you will be suffering even after you obtain it. You know, I've seen people go through this. I've seen people take that route. And I mean, you don't have to trust me. I don't care. You know, but it's time to be practical. You know, being practical is, hey, okay, how can I align myself with what actually is? They say, you know, rejection is redirection, and you are being redirected. That's why you've regressed in this way. So it's time to climb up a different mountain. You cannot, you know, it's like you keep climbing the mountain and falling off at the same place. You know, doing black magic to get to the top of that mountain is just going to bind you to that mountain, okay? It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. You have 2 full moons, again, all about releasing energy that does not serve you, not trying to force yourself to attach to something that does not serve you. Again, I was picking up a lot of Scorpionic energy, so I would recommend looking at Scorpio in your chart and your 8th house and see what's going on there. There's probably some retrogrades, some transits going on in your 8th house, because clearly this is bringing up a lot of shadow things. Scorpio energy also rules the occult. So we definitely see some, you know, not the greatest energy there, Pisces. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we can help you with your shadow work here, Pisces. Let's take a look in the black mirror. Is this me? Yeah, that's really what you need to be questioning right now, and it's coming out stuck. So these are questions that you know, are going to be stuck in until you grapple with your shadow. Is this me? Is this really you? We see that your solar plexus is a flop right now, okay? And that can indicate that your sense of self is not distinguished from what you are going through, interacting with people around you. This can also indicate that other people are doing some dangerous dark magic on you. So if you don't resonate with that message, then it means that external forces are trying to keep you stuck. They could be doing very ancient old magic, which again is nothing in comparison to the light. Divine light will always triumph over this, you know? So you need to ask yourself, is this me? You know, whether you're trying to engage with that or if you feel stuck, okay? Is something else trying to keep you stuck? If you don't feel like yourself, if you feel like something is attached to you, something's manipulating you, whatever, it's really time to consider how you can protect yourself. We have gilded regret. Yeah, this is not you. If you are being haunted by ghosts of the past, those are ghosts of the past. You know, it's like they're wearing a crown of regret. If you are chronically, you know, thinking back to times past and, you know, feeling stuck in those old memories, being haunted by regret, that is another way how you know that your third eye has been hijacked by something that's not good. And then we have masquerade. Yeah, so is this me? It seems like the answer is no, Pisces. This is not you. Masquerade represents wearing a false mask, wearing a mask of inauthenticity. So it's really time to find your authentic self. And again, I feel like that is through your throat chakra of, you know, not communicating with people who are trying to tell you who you are, not listening to any ghost that's in your third eye that's trying to tell you who you are. It's time to take that mask off and really be, you know, your authentic self and get that solar plexus where it needs to be so that it's not a flop. Whew, Pisces, this is a very deep reading. We are going to head into the extended. Like I said, we'll take a look at how to take this energy and transmute it to your goal. So if you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so much love.